Hey, hold up, throw that beat back on, man. I just wanted to get the room warmed up for our next guest, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Actor, author, stand-up comedian, producer, well-dressed individual.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if he put these headphones on, man, he might have something he could come off the top with.
Believe it.
Look like Give it up for Finesse Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen. Finesse, you got something for him, Finesse?
2020's on fire, man. It's crazy, crazy. Did a Super Bowl commercial and they paid me. I'm in NYC with Sway next to me. It's the FINESSE with Heather B.
Hey!
New show is Outmatched and it comes on Fox. Thursday at 8:30 on your TV box. Tisha Campbell play my wife, man, you know that rocks. Trying to keep my money long like a Sway dreadlock. I'm not even a rapper.
Oh my God.
I'm in a suit.
What? What?
It's my day off, Sway. I'm in a suit. I'm not a rapper, and I still got bars. I always try to be just, humble and
Yeah, man.
But when I heard you spit that fire, and then you over there doing
chest
your
bump Wonder's face.
Who caught that on camera, please? I need that as a gift.
We got that on camera?
Yeah, man.
The world gonna see that? I murdered that, bro.
You killed that beat. Finesse Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen, this dude. I'm so happy for you. Super Bowl commercial.
Bro, the mayor of Monday. When the Lord bless you, brother, all I can say is here I am doing a new show on Fox. Jason Biggs, Tisha Campbell, Maggie Lawson. It's called Outmatched. The president of Fox sees the dailies of the show and just pulls me to the side and says, I think I got something for you. And I'm like, what? I want you to do a commercial. I was like, cool. It was a Super Bowl commercial.
Wow.
Mayor of Monday, they created a character. I gave away $10,000 to 5 different people. All you had to do was tweet the hashtag Super Monday because we wanted people to take the Monday off after the Super Bowl. Make it a 3-day holiday. Give us your best reason why you taking off that Monday. It could be stupid. It could be silly. They're going to randomly pick 5 people.
Did they do it?
They did it. They just gave away $10,000. 5 different people.
That's amazing.
People was like, my weave is got lost in my other luggage and didn't make the flight, so I can't come to work.
That's a
Stuff
real
like
reason.
Yeah, that's a real reason.
Those some of the reasons you were getting?
That was people was just the dumbest stuff. All they had to do was hashtag Super Monday. So I say all that to say
God is great.
God is great because the Super Bowl check was nothing like the TV check.
I'm sure.
That Super Bowl check was a lump sum check. Yes. You see me in a suit.
Hence the suit.
Hence the suit.
I have never seen. You even got a pendant on your suit.
Brother.
What the hell? Finesse
You know what?
He buttoned the top button.
And I got my tax return back early.
Oh,
When I-
my.
How
what?
that feel? You winning now, dog.
I'm winning, bro.
You are winning, finally.
Absolutely. I deserve it.
You deserve it,
I
man.
deserve it. I be what? BET Comic View, 1999.
God.
Yeah, what was that other show you did? The dating thing? What was it?
I did so. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's been a long
Wait,
career
hold on,
for me.
This one was interesting.
It was a dating show.
Was it a dating show? It was something you did on B. It'll come to me. Keep
Okay.
talking. It was.
Well,
it was one of those things. I knew you took a job.
yes. Well, I never turned down a job. I never turned
You never
down
turned
a
down
job.
the job.
Well, that's not true.
Okay.
Some stuff don't go with your brand.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the comedy community, there are a lot of people that do a lot of things well. I tend to identify with, and I choose to write material it's smart, it's witty, it's funny.
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to drop a lot of N-words and I just try to keep it mainstream because I feel like that American dollar has to hit America. You know what I mean? That it goes longer. The Walmart money.
You're not huckabucking.
I'm not just trying to just go for the easy laugh.
Okay.
I want to write material that I think translates with everybody, but it also makes you think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't highbrow, but it's a dope joke.
How do you know that it's effective though? Like, how do you know after writing? Is it through practicing doing your stand-up?
You want to know how you know?
How you know?
When you go to a city and the room is half and half. That's how you know.
Your crowd, your
crowd
audience.
is half white, half black. Mexican, whoever. But it looks like America. You know, and so I'm a big fan of everybody who does urban comedy. I started on Comic View, Def Comedy Jam, all those great shows. But then I was like, how do I stand out? How do I win? You know, Bill Bellamy was the first person to take me on the road. And to learn from him was dope because he's a dope storyteller. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me learn how to write a joke. And then let me learn how to be charismatic. You know, Bill, charming dude. You know what I'm saying? He always got 5 things of lip balm and stuff. And got his hair always. He's a charming dude. You know what I'm saying? He got
lip balm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Carmex and he just together. Smell nice. For John Barbados, his wardrobe. So when you just a kid from Atlanta and you see somebody all polished, you like, oh, yeah, why my knuckles look all cracked like that? And I got the scars in my corners of my mouth. I need some lip balm. You know what I'm saying? I need to be on stage just flowing and da-da-da. Great person to just learn from. Next thing I know, I had to call him up and say, Bill, I got Saturday Night Live. He was like, get the fuck out of here. I said, no, I got Saturday Night Live. So then that's when I really went mainstream, and now here I am.
Here you are, Finesse Mitchell, man.
Yeah, man. I know that was a long story.
No,
people,
because though I've known you for so many years, and I've watched you work. I've always thought you were funny, and it's hard. Comedian's life is hard, man.
You know what I wanted to tell you, Sway? Yeah. Every time I get invited to this show, Heather, I always have something to talk about. Like something just has happened for me. Yeah. It's not like, hey, I'm promoting the show. It's like, yo, man, I just booked a role. And so I don't know, I'm here today to say, yo, I'm on Fox 8:30s on Thursday. The show is called Outmatched. Jason Biggs from American Pie.
I know Jason Biggs.
Jason's dope dude, Jersey kid or whatever. Yeah. Same boat.
You're a big Jason Biggs fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I love American Pie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That franchise was like, that was my whole high school. You know what I mean?
You know, to sit down, he got two boys, I got 2 girls. And we sitting there looking at each other on set, and he's like, man, I needed this. I'm like, brother, me too. You know, the humility that you have as an actor, like, yo, when will it come back around to you? When will that wave come? And when it comes in a wave. Because so many other things have started happening since I booked the show. But to work with Tisha Campbell, she's in such a good space right now. Yeah, she's such an OG, you know, with Martin, and then my wife and kids with Dwayne, with Damon Wayans. Yeah. And then my brother called me up. He said, you working with Tisha Campbell? I said, yeah. He said, well, you know she worked with Martin. I said, yeah. And Damon Wayans? I said, yeah. He said, so don't fuck this up because she a winner. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do my best. And then it's a show about them being a blue-collar family, but being outmatched by their kids because their kids are geniuses. They got 4 kids. 3 are certified geniuses. And we, as parents, know when your kid hits that level in life, that plateau in life where they think they know more than you, where they trying to outwit you or just catch you in a lie and just show how smart they are. You get frustrated. Sometimes, you know, we show our frustrations, but like, go to your room. Yeah. I got it. Say one more thing. Da, da, da. But that's what this show is about. And they have one other kid, the baby, who's not a genius. She's just cute to death, but kind of not smart.
The meat potato head.
But that's the one they love because she makes them feel smart. Right. Me and Tisha play the black friends. We come over and be looking at their house like, damn, we feel good about our house, looking at y'all house. Yeah. So it's a good mix, and it's funny, it's witty, but, you know, that's where I kind of am in life. I got a 5-year-old. Girls are so much smarter than boys. Yeah. Because I got dudes whose sons are like 8, and they not even touching my 5-year-old. She's so smart. And, you know, people have said all the time, girls are so much smarter than boys, and man, I feel like I'm being outmatched in my house. So.
Well, you know what I think it is, too? Because I have well, I don't know if she ain't little no more, but what I think girls are emotionally more intelligent than little boys at that age. So your daughter might look you in the face and could tell something is off at 5 and go, Daddy, are you okay? You know what I mean? They pick up on that energy fast, right? And that's scary sometimes.
I don't like the fact that you know, sometimes you walk in the house and it's a house full of girls, and then my daughter might be like, so Daddy, you're a little late. I can tell. Why were you late? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not about to answer to everybody, like, because I know my wife going to ask me, let alone I got to answer to a 5-year-old. But
she literally would press you like that.
Bro, sometimes I would say, I'm not going to spank her no matter what she do. I'm never going to spank her. My father said, don't ever spank your daughter. You know, it's going to mess them up psychologically. I said, okay. So they take something away from her, you know, if you want her to act right. So I try to get all in the psychology of it and try to lay it on thick. Santa said, I be on my fake phone. Santa said, if you don't do this and this and that, you ain't gonna get no presents or no toys. She be on her little fake phone, and I'm trying to stay in character, but I'm getting mad. Who you talking? Only adults have Santa number. Who you talking to? I'm talking to Jesus. He over Santa. He said I can have all my gifts. I'm like, I can't.
Wow.
I can't do this.
I love her.
She's smart.
Be a boss.
Yo, Finesse Mitchell is here. He's starring as Irwin on the new series Outmatched, Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. On Fox, man. He getting Fox money, y'all.
Let's go.
Finesse getting Fox money.
Don't know how long it's gonna last, but right now the ride is good, man.
You know the president of Fox, though. He got you in a Super Bowl commercial.
You know what I'm saying?
That's usually when they start recognizing you, that you become that go-to person.
They trying to get me on the Masked Singer to be a guest. What do you call it? Guest judge.
Not?
Yeah.
You better
should
take
do that,
that.
bro.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep wearing suits till it happens.
Man, so you got a nice.
Sometimes you gotta look the part.
Yeah.
You know what I tell people? Sway, and this a jewel I'ma just drop because I know it's a lot of young people riding around in their car and they listening. You can be talented. You can be the best rapper, the dopest producer. You can be an actor, whatever you do. But the way you work with others is also part of the talent.
Yeah.
So if you super talented but you got a shitty attitude and nobody want to work with you, people cannot. They'd rather pass. They'd rather say, you know what, I don't want to work with this producer because I know what I got to deal with. I don't want to work with this rapper because I know he's going to show up late because he know he the shit. You know what I mean? And I try to tell people, especially in show business, everybody you try to mess up or mess on, you going to see them again if they're talented. So ain't no sense of burning bridges or ain't no sense of trying to act like you better than them because if they on their game, 5-10 years later, man, they going to be giving out jobs and all they're gonna do is be like, oh yeah, I remember so and so he was talking about my lip balm. You know what I mean? See,
right?
That was a callback.
Callback. Boom. Bill Bellamy. I saw it. That's what you call a callback.
That's what you call a callback.
I like that. We learning comedy, kids. All right, go ahead, DB.
If you don't mind, I want to ask about SNL because Will Ferrell was recently here. Julie Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld.
Will Ferrell came in this room?
No, but he was at Sirius.
Okay, there you
Will
go.
Ferrell, Julie Louis-Dreyfus. They have a podcast.
Why you play us out? Why you play us out?
I was just like, damn, Sway, there it is.
And then Pete Davidson was recently in the news because he made some comments about his experience and why he feels like it's time for him to leave SNL. And I seem like, not that people trash SNL once they leave, but it feels like they had such a rough experience with just trying to stay there and make it and be successful because, you know, you never know if you're going to be used, if you're just going to be a writer. And it just seems like it's such a boot camp just to, you know, being accepted is great, but to stay there and be successful, like what is it like behind the scenes that is just so stressful for everybody?
Whatever, if first of all, this is the realest thing I can say. Comedy is a very insecure business. You know what I mean? You can get on stage and you just hoping you get laughs. Oh, please laugh at me. You know what I mean? You probably up there because you couldn't sing and you couldn't rap. So now you're doing comedy. But if you that good and then you get to SNL where the air is so thin because the stakes are so high and the talent is so great, and you get knocked off your funny and you don't know what funny is, it starts to mind. You can curse, right?
Yeah,
it starts to mind fuck you a little bit. And week after week, you hearing more no's, and you realizing I'm auditioning for a job they said I already got. Like every week, I gotta like write something and then show it to people. And they're like, nah. And you like, well, do I have a job or not? Because everybody at the crib saying, how come I don't never see you? That messes with you.
Yeah.
How come they don't never put you in nothing? How come you always in a dress? Like whatever the question is, it's gonna mess with you. So weeks and weeks after that, you're like, and if you Pete Davidson and you a comic and you used to working on your own, after a while, you'd be like, I don't need this. I know how to get a laugh. I'm better than you writers. You writing it, but you ain't never performed it. You don't know if it's funny. I go to the club every night. I know how comics think. I know that's what I was doing. It'll mess you up, man. But if he's also publicly saying, you know, I don't want to be here no more. Oh, Lauren will make that happen. You know what I mean? This might be his last year. And maybe it's time for him to go. Because I haven't really met a lot of people who haven't come off of SNL, whether they had a dope career on SNL or not, who didn't come off just a little bit crazy. It messes with you.
It messes. You came off crazy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think I had to take at least 2 to 3 years just to be like, am I funny? Why did they let me go? I was killing it.
Yeah.
But they said, oh, it was a budget thing. We let 5 other people go, which was true. They did. And if it was 2 black dudes at the time, you know they're going to let one of them go, and they weren't letting Keenan go. So it was like, Finesse, we love you, but you know, then you got to walk around and people saying, why they let you go?
Oh, you ain't on SNL no more?
And you walking around 3 years later and people come up to you saying, I love you on SNL, you killing it. So you got to deal with the people who ain't even really watching it but know where they know you from and still think you want it. And then you got to say, I'm not on it no more. You know what I mean? So I don't know if y'all remember Sherry O'Terry. She used to do this cheerleader sketch with Will Ferrell, the cheerleaders. And I had lunch with her, and I was like, so Sherry, what's going on? Everything good? She was like, great. How are you doing? You're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. I said, thank you. So what are you working on? Was Tracy there when you were there? And I was like, Morgan? Nah, me and Keenan took his place. Oh, okay. I just remember some things about SNL, and she started getting all teary-eyed, and I'm like, you crazy too. We are all crazy. Talked to Jay Moore, who was in Jerry Maguire as Bob Sugar. Talked to Jay Moore. He got stories. Everybody I talked to has stories. Amy Poehler, the pinnacle of, she couldn't have been on more sketches.
Yeah.
You know, and
she crazy?
She not crazy, but she has,
Semi.
you know, Maya Rudolph, my baby. She's
that's your baby?
I love her.
I love Maya
Maya Rudolph. That's one of my favorite
ever.
I didn't know what sketch was, but I knew what it was. And when I got there and I saw her, I was like, oh. Because sometimes you're looking for people that kind of look like you a little bit. And she kind of looked like me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But she was a beast. She could sing. She could definitely act. And her funny was just all over the place. Beyonce to whoever you wanted her to do. Oprah. And she made you forget that she don't look nothing like the person she playing. And that's when you know a person is good. And so when you watching people, you're like, I want to do that. I want to be like that. And then it's me, Keenan, and JB Smoove in the room trying to write because everybody else writing. They got their doors closed. That messes with you too. Wow. Because you're like, hey,
pressure.
When y'all going to, mix it around and write for everybody? And they kind of like, oh, yeah, come by. Because, we write late at night. Come by at like 2 in the morning. I should be done. And then like a kid, you knocking on somebody's door. Hey. They go, oh, I forgot. 3. Wow. You're like, what the? Okay. So after a while, man, it's New York City. I'm from Atlanta. I literally would start leaving SNL around 12 midnight, me and Keenan. And we would go to Marquee.
Club Marquee?
Yeah. And come back at 3 in the morning because we knew that's when people would be like, okay, so what do you got? So we staying there till 6 in the morning because we knew people wouldn't mess with us till 3.
Wow.
That's
you know what I mean? So whatever people's story was or is, and especially Pete, Pete got so much momentum right now, he might probably need to come off the store, come off the show. And if he definitely talking like, I'm not happy,
they'll help.
They'll help him. They'll help him with
get
that.
there.
Yeah.
Finesse Mitchell. We got a person on the line real quick I want to take. And I wanted to ask you, you brought up the dress. The dress. Why you wearing the dress? The dress has always been symbolic of something else for black men in comedy, in my opinion.
You know what? So many. You want me to break it down?
Can you break down the dress? Heather's about to go to Urban View Channel 126. Okay.
All right, Heather.
Break down the dress.
She don't need to hear this anyway. All right, Heather. Let me get deep with you.
Okay.
How many African American men come from single households?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
You raised by your mother.
Yeah.
You know your daddy, but he ain't at the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when you start seeing your mom and her girlfriends a lot, you see the smart one, you see the one with the long nails, you see the one that drink too much, you see the one that's fast and want to always take your mom out in the street. Your mom could be the fast one. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you see all these different personalities. And if you're good at mimicking and imitating people, it's so easy to take that to the stage. So that's why a lot of black men do black women, and they always do the neck roll and the hand clap and this how it, because that's what we see. And people laugh. Okay. It's a quick laugh. Now, if you grow up and like you got both of your parents in this The Cosby Show, you know what I'm saying? You trying to imitate Claire Huxtable, it may not be as funny because every time she cussed out Theo, it wasn't nothing funny about that. Theo was in trouble.
He was in trouble.
Yeah, but when we do it as comics and we do the lowbrow ghetto side of black culture, white people love it. Black people love it.
Why do they love it, you think?
Because it's such a exaggeration, and then sometimes it's so spot on.
Is it an emasculation as well?
The dress part? Yeah. Now, it depends on who you're talking about, because Living Color, you had Wanda from Jamie Foxx. Nobody told him to do that. He came up with that character. But somewhere like SNL, they're like, we don't have enough girls, and we trying to do Oprah and Gail. Keenan don't look like Gail. So Finesse, put on the dress, because Maya's Oprah. Hey, we want to do Venus and Serena. And you looking like, we don't have enough. Oh, I got to wear the dress. Oh, okay. So which one am I? You going to be Venus. Okay. So after a while, you're like, hey, I just want to be on TV.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is my shot to be on TV. And then you don't realize, damn, I'm in a wig again. Damn, I got lipstick on again.
Yeah.
You know, and before you know it, it's a whole season go by. And when you look at all your characters, you see 50 Cent, you see Morgan Freeman, you see Kobe Bryant, you see all these people you play, and then you see a list of girls, and you realize, oh snap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember Adam Sandler came to me, and he did this movie, The Longest Yard.
Oh, yeah.
And he needed the cheerleaders or whatever
Tracy
in that
Morgan
movie. And he asked me to do it. And I was like, man, I play Starkeisha on SNL. Ain't no way I'm going to go from playing a ghetto girl on SNL and then be in a movie and play another ghetto girl. I'm typecast after that. Yeah. And my name Finesse, I ain't going to never recover.
Not gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm from Atlanta. I ain't going to never recover. So I passed on it. But then I saw Tracy doing it. And then I'm sitting there like, I could have been in a damn movie. I'm so stupid. But then my older brother, who I was keeping real with me, he was like, nah, that ain't the role you want. Yeah. You just can't keep putting on dresses. And then every time I saw Tracy, I could tell it bothered him too, because every time I saw him after that movie, he'd be like, Finesse, let me tell you why I did that movie. And I didn't even have to ask him. So I knew it was in his head because I think he knew I passed. But it was a winning team. You had Burt Reynolds, you had Rock, you had Nelly. I had to do it. And I'm thinking, well, he got a body of work. I didn't have a body of work. All I had was SNL. So I ain't gonna go from wearing a dress on SNL to wearing a dress in the movie. Right. But I think you look at all of them. You look at Martin as Shanae. You look at all the greats. They got a female ghetto girl character.
They've done something.
They've done it. And so we do it to ourselves a lot of time voluntarily, and then sometimes in an SNL case, they'll just put you in it.
Finesse Mitchell, he's on Outmatched on Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. on Fox. Mike Muse, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, first Finesse. What up, Noop?
What's up, Five? What's cracking?
Shout out to all
brothers.
Frat gang.
The next thing I want to talk about, though, is along the lines of the emasculation of the dress scenario. I feel like this conversation doesn't come up with white comedians, right? Because we always act like it's an isolated situation regarding black male comedians, but white male comedians also too dress up in women. I'm thinking about Mrs. Doubtfire and all those other characters that are being played right now. Why do you think there is a dichotomy between white comedians dressing up as women and don't get any flack for it, and it's this part of their repertoire, their comedic skits, versus the blacks? We feel like we always have to talk about it as a community and not recognizing whites do it too.
You ready, Fi?
Ready.
Sway, can I be real?
I want you to. That's what we doing.
We the worst.
Yeah.
Black people are the worst.
That's it.
That's it. That's the bottom line. White people see stuff and they see art.
Yeah.
Black people see stuff and they see what's negative all the time. Even if they laughing, you was funny as hell, but you always in the dress. Why you have to tell me the second part? Just leave it at you funny as hell and let me go on about my day. Yeah. And it's not always black people, but there is we are probably the biggest consumer of comedy. That's all we do. We the one took Redbox to Netflix. You know what I'm saying? We the one that was going and getting these cheap movies because we love movies. But sometimes, man, we just don't know how to give a compliment and keep it moving. My boy Big Tig in Atlanta posted
Big Tigger?
Yeah.
Oh man, what up, Tig? I was just hanging out with him at the fight.
That's the fam band, man.
Good peoples.
He just posted Beyonce singing Halo at Kobe funeral. And all I know is the next comment he posted was, y'all just kill me. Y'all are the worst. And I said, well, so I started looking at the comments. Why she sing that song? Why she wearing that dress? Why is that?
Yeah.
She disrespecting Vanessa. I'm like, versus other people saying she got it. She sound like an angel. Beyonce is a queen. So now people defending Beyonce and people tearing her down. But it's a funeral. We can't take one day off from saying what we don't like about something at a funeral. So I'm just
I don't want to be put in that group of black people are the worst, though, because I see things.
Let's say we the worst on social media. No, we not the worst. Let's just say we are very hard on each other.
That's true.
We are very hard on each other.
Yeah,
we're not the worst.
We're hard on each other.
Let's remind people where that stems from, though, because it's not just like, you're born. This is nurtured. This isn't nature.
Absolutely. They pitted us against each other from day one.
Right.
They tore us apart from day one. I don't even know why your DJ staring at me like that. I feel uncomfortable.
That's right. I have to hear this every day. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, no, he's learning. He's learning. Man, I appreciate your honesty. I remember.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
No, I understand.
Sway Universe, please understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying black people are the worst. I'm just saying.
Not at all. We're not going to take that out of context. All right. I just know that I remember growing up and I used to hear my uncles talk about Flip Wilson and
Geraldine.
He used to play Geraldine, and I feel like Who I saw Chris Rock do something once.
I've never really seen Eddie.
I've
never seen Eddie in a week.
Well, yeah, he did a Nutty Professor. I mean the Clumps. When he dressed up as the family.
Okay,
but early
to me
on,
that's a character.
But that's a character. But early on, they just felt like the only images you were seeing of black men were either I'm talking 70s though. I'm going way back.
Right.
Was either in derogatory terms, but if you saw them on a big platform, they were emasculated, or they were the roles they played were just kind of huckabuck. And that's what the dress thing was. It seemed like it was some diabolical agenda to it, that if we're going to put them on the big screen, that black man, that powerful black man, has to be seen as a woman.
Right. Sometimes it's sometimes when I hear stuff like that, I think of Boomerang, when Martin Lawrence and Eddie was playing pool with David Allen Greer, and he was like, the green
is the planet,
the land.
The black balls.
Yes. And the white ball drives the black ball off the table. That's how you win the game's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes I think of it like that, and just sometimes I say, you know what? As a comic, we do it to ourselves. Okay. Like, how I'm gonna get this laugh, and then a lot of times, there were times at SNL when a writer would say, "Hey," and then you're gonna come out in a bikini, and I'm like, "No, I ain't," and they were like, "Well, it's in it." I said, "Why? Does it what? Why?" I just thought it'd be funny. Well, then put Seth or somebody in a bikini, or go put Horatio in a bikini. Oh, well, I just thought you thought wrong. I don't want to do that this week.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to correct people, and then they know. But in their minds, they're like, "Ooh, what's funny?"
Yeah.
And they instantly go to the black guy and they be like, "Do this," either because they know he want to be on TV, or they just, like you said, it's how they see us.
Yeah.
So it's up to us as black men to correct that. Sometimes, like I said, you don't take every job. When you don't see certain people for a long time, they fall off the grid for 3 years. They not just unemployed and smoking weed. They was passing on jobs because they was waiting for the right thing. And
you were patient, you worked hard, and you landed the right thing.
You know what?
Outmatched.
Fox
money
Fox.
Thursday, baby.
Get it, collect.
Finesse Mitchell.
We come on after Tim Allen. Last man standing. They gave us a great lead in. So
you off and running, baby.
We got 10 shows. We've done 5 already. Y'all watch Thursday, 8:30. You gonna love Tisha Campbell. Everybody love Tisha Campbell.
This is facts.
Yeah.
And then just Jason Biggs is so damn funny.
Y'all had Tony Danza on the show, man.
We just had Tony Danza. I think Fox really likes the show. So if they don't bring it back, I'm just
we'll
gonna
protest.
We gotta do something.
Somebody there, who that Lord Sears here? He got another interview. All right, hey Garrett, you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey Garrett, you was on his you was one of his line brothers at Miami?
Yeah, I'm so proud of that dude. That's my LB, Cap Alpha Psi.
Yo. What up, G? Oh man, this is my line brother, Sway.
Yeah, I know. I just had to get him on. G, we gotta go. Hit him up personally. All right. I want to let him know you there.
Sway,
all right.
I love you, boy.
I love you too, man.
Shout out to all the firemen out here in
All
Jersey.
right, Finesse, love you. Thank you for sharing that
brother.
insight.
Absolutely,
brother. And on that note, we have nothing left to say.